Left brain and right brain. Assalamu alaikum and hello. I'm your host, Syed Mutasim. I'm a mind shift specialist and I coach people in overcoming their emotional and mental challenges. So here in this today's video, I'll be discussing about the left brain and the right brain. Mostly people describe this as left brain or right brain, and we cannot segregate a person based on either it's only his left brain or only his right brain. It is both the functionalities, both the hemispheres of the brain, which help him to make him a human being and make his life easy and carry out the tasks in day-to-day lives. So here I'll be sharing my slide, which will help us to understand in greater detail. So here is this screen sharing of my presentation, and this is the first slide. So it is about the left brain as well as the right brain, and it's not about left brain or the right brain. Moving on to the second slide, here you can see when it comes to the right hemisphere of our brain, it is the art, that is the randomness, and also the creativity which lies in our brain is in the right side of our brain. And the good thing about the right brain is that it sees the big picture. It sees the wholesome picture of anything. If you read a book and if you read a part of it, a chapter of it, once it is complete, then your right brain is the one who is actually summarizing it and giving you a complete picture of that chapter of that book. Likewise, when you complete a book, it is the right brain which is summarizing it totally for you and giving a synopsis of what actually you have learned out of it. So this is the function of the right brain. Likewise, the emotions of a person resides in the right side of the brain. And the most important of all, the imagination. The imagination of a person is the single most powerful thing which will help him to be on the creative side, to explore new things, get curious, and explore and discover new things in his or her life. So this is the right side of the brain which helps him or her in imagining things for him. The dream part is also on the right side of the brain. And the most important, the colors which we see in our day-to-day lives is the function of the right hemisphere, that is the right side of the brain. In the coming slides, I'll be sharing you with a very interesting exercise which will help you to make a distinction between the left brain and the right brain, the left hemisphere as well as the right hemisphere. So please stay tuned uh, till you have this exercise done. And when we move to the left side of our brain, it is a logical brain and it is the verbal brain. That is whatever the language, the words which we are using, it is the left hemisphere which is helping us to make these things happen for us. And one of the function of left brain, it is related with rational thinking as well as it is an objective brain. That is, it is focusing on the total thing in the sense that when it is compared with the right side of the brain, it is subjective. Right side of the brain is subjective. It is taking each and individual thing at a time, whereas the opposite of it is objective, which is the function of the left brain. And the left brain is analytical. It is like doing the analysis, it is doing the maths, it is about the data. So this is the first slide about the distinction between the right brain as well as the left brain. Moving on to the second slide, I am sharing this similar slide to have a pattern out of it. So the second slide is when you look at the right side of the brain here, this is the artistic brain. It has emotions, it is related with subjectivity, it is related with the intuition, that is the sixth sense. And it is all about ideas, creativity, imagination, and recognition. When it comes to the left brain, left hemisphere, it is about the facts, figures, it is about the objective thing, it is about the language, verbal, the rational thinking, it is about the sequential. The step-by-step process is carried out by the left side of the brain. It is a logical brain which thinks rationally, and it is about analysis. So this is the second slide. Moving on to the third slide, we will have a next new similar pattern about this, and it is about the right brain functions and the left brain functions. So the right brain functions are, it is as you have seen in the previous slides, it is about creativity, imagination, intuition, insight, and it is looking at the whole picture. That is, the holistic thought is the function of the right side of the brain, and it is the 3D forms. It's all about the right side functions. Coming on to the left side functions, it is the analytic thought, it is the logic, and it is about the language. The language which we are using in our day-to-day life is the function of the left brain. The reasoning, the science, and maths is all taken care by the left brain function. The writing skills and the number skills is all about the left brain functions. Moving on to the next slide, here there is one more pattern which will help you to again understand in depth about the functions of right hemisphere and the left hemisphere of our brain. So the right hemisphere is about creativity, intuition, it's about arts, it is about creating new things, dreaming, creation, feeling, and imagination. As Einstein said, that imagination is more powerful than knowledge. So the more you imagine, the more you get creative, and you are actually dreaming and moving towards creating that in reality. And moving on to the left brain, it is about analysis, it is about logic, it is about the ideas, it is about the facts, it is about the maths, and it is about the training. Moving on to the next slide after this, it is about the right side of the hemisphere is all about the art, the colors, the creativity, the intuition, and the emotions. And to the left brain is about reason, logic mind, maths, language, black and white vision, and the sense of time is taken care by the left side of the brain. Whereas the right side is free of the time factor. And one more slide to give a new pattern, a new perspective is about right side of the brain is the art, the wishes, the happiness, the imagination, the love, the peace, the creativity, freedom, intuition, all lies in the right side of the hemisphere. Whereas the left hemisphere is about logic, control, analysis, numbers, reason, science, strategy, reality. So it is the wholesome experience which give us a complete holistic approach towards approaching our life and making it meaningful with the combination of the left hemisphere as well as the right hemisphere. Again, linking it to the first slide, it is the left brain and the right brain. It's not the left brain or the right brain, because we need a balance in our life. And when we take the left hemisphere as well as the right hemisphere, we are creating our balance in our life, and which is helpful us to make a meaningful life out of it. But at the same time, usually it is that the schooling system, the education system is more focused on the left side of the brain, because they are following a system, and that system is again a control and the analysis, the numbers, the science, and this is all about the left brain. And when it comes to the creativity, the intuition, the freedom, the imagination, it is all about the right side of the brain, the workings, the functions of the rights, which is more weak compared to the left side of the brain. Now, this is the exercise wherein, as you have seen, the language, the words is all about the left side of the brain, the functions of the left side of the brain, whereas the colors recognition is of the right side of the brain, the functions of the right side of the brain. So now what you see on the screen is some of the words, and there are particular colors of those words. So now the task, which is an easy task for you, is to just spell out these words, which is a left brain function. But I want to do it, what I want you to do is that once you see the word, you have to spell the color of that word instead of spelling the word itself. You have to spell the color of that particular word instead of spelling that word itself. So once you are doing this, it is helping you to carry with your right side of the brain along with the left side. So it is making a holistic approach, and it is a wholesome approach, which is helping you to utilize your both the hemispheres at the same time. So this will help you to actually get more aware of the both left and the right hemisphere at the same time, and it is actually igniting your nerve cells at the both side of the hemisphere. So like example, the first word, what you see is a particular word, but you have to spell the color of that word and not the word itself. That is, you have to spell it as green. The second word, you have to spell it as red. The third, you have to spell it as blue. So this is how you have to practice so that you are actually taking a holistic approach and utilizing your left hemisphere as well as the right hemisphere. So I hope that this is an interesting exercise for you so that you actually utilize all the that is left hemisphere and the right hemisphere at the same time. Again, looking at the pattern in the next slide here, there is a left brain wherein it is taking care of all your logical thinking, all things which are focused on facts. It is about the planning, the orderliness, and also the maths and science minded pattern. And also it is preferring nonfiction. When it comes to right brain, it is about the emotional mind. It is about the focus on art and creativity. It is about imagination. It is about occasionally absent-minded. Absent-minded in the sense that defocusing. You are focusing and then you are defocusing. So you are daydreaming, you are imagining. And it prefers fiction. That is something imaginative. And then whenever you are in imagination, it helps us to grow and then create it in your reality. And it enjoys creative storytelling. Storytelling is also the function of the right brain. So these are all these slides about the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere. Moving towards the end of this presentation, I have a mind workout for you, which will help you to get in sync, get in synchronous with your left hemisphere as well as the right hemisphere. What you have to do is that whenever you are taking a task, you need to take regular breaks at work. That will help you to focus. That is the left hemisphere. And then when you defocus, that you take break, your right side of the brain helps you to make a summarized version of whatever you have learned and put it into the permanent memory. Though you need repetition, but at the same time, when you take regular break, it will help you to make your task easy and understand and make something meaningful out of it. So this is one of the workout which will help you to make your life easy. When it comes to the second one, go for long walks. Long walks will help you to have blood circulation all through your body and for sure to your brain, which will again help you to to get creative ideas. The third workout is for you is make a list of when you are more creative. You are more creative than in some tasks than the other tasks. So if you make a list and see that what are the tasks where you enjoy and also you are more creative, then it will help you to enhance those creative spots of your own self. Moving on to the last mind workout, which is you have to use both sides of the body. That is the functions, whatever you have, bodily function, the muscle function, the right hand, the left hand, the right leg, the left leg. And if you do it to make your day-to-day task using both the hands, if you are dominant with the right hand, you can use the left hand also for doing some of the tasks, which will help you. The simple one is that when you are using your mouse on your system, you can use it from your left hand, which will again help you to utilize the other hemisphere of your brain. So this is all about the mind workout. And I am sure that this was the last slide. And this slide is all about liking this video, sharing this video with your loved ones, and also comment whatever you have learned from this presentation. And for sure, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. And inshallah, I'll be back with yet another video. Till then, I'll be signing off. Assalamu alaikum and